celebrating America's workers, many taking in the holiday festivities with parades and barbecues. For the first time since the pandemic, the Labor Day parade marched through downtown St. Louis. It included members, of course, of local trade unions. It would be hard to find an American city with a richer labor history than St. Louis, and Mark Maxwell is here now to share some history. Mark?
Yeah, Mike, many stories of the labor struggle include some chapters that left some workers out through those remarkable days of fighting for higher wages and better work conditions. But now with a new burst of energy and organizing unions across the country, trade unions here in St. Louis are taking new steps to open doors for workers to get their first foothold in jobs that can often change their future.
From the head of the Missouri AFL-CIO,
St. Louis is a very, very strong union town,
to the U.S. Labor Secretary.
They have a proud history in St. Louis.
Labor advocates like Marty Walsh and Jake Hummel, who grew up in union homes and worked in union jobs, look back on Labor Day and celebrate the early days of struggle and sacrifice.
We've had a lot of members that have died for their rights to form a union.
Hummel is a member of IBEW Local 1, the first ever International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers founded here in St. Louis.
It's a time of remembrance, but it's also, right now, it's a time of resurgence. We see workers organizing at a record pace.
He says workers are forming unions in new industries after the pandemic sent shockwaves through the global economy.
You're seeing like a resurgence of the labor movement, and it's, I don't want to say it's going back to your roots, but it is kind of going back to the roots because they're looking at new industries that have never been thought about being organized. I mean, you think about Starbucks, coffee shops, REI got organized, the store in the country. You have other retail stores getting organized.
As unions set their sights on jobs of the future, they're also focusing on fixing failures in their past. While civil rights and labor movements often locked arms in the streets,
there were barriers for women and minorities to get into the trades.
Workers of color didn't always see the same opportunities on the job.
I really had an interest in construction for a while, but you never really know like where to go or how to start to get into it.
LaRon Hutchins grew up in St. Louis. When he struggled to find regular work, he turned to the streets and ended up in federal prison.
Once you get a black eye on your record, a lot of good paying jobs don't want to give you the chance.
Now, he's a proud member of Glazer's Local 513.
Yeah. Labor Day means everything to me.
And he goes to work with a brotherhood that has his back, helping secure regular work and good wages. Where would he be without that union?
Probably working in some factory, doing the same thing every day, getting paid the bare minimum, thinking about going back to the streets, to be honest.
LaRon Hutchins joined that union, Mike, through the Missouri Works Initiative, their program called BUD, Building Union Diversity. That workforce training program, it's a big success of theirs so far. They're pretty proud of it. They've got 250 new union workers on the job through it.
All right, and we want to know, are you in a union? Well, 29% of you say yes, you are. Let us know by voting on KSTK.com/vote or go to the 5 on Your Side app.